Good. What's up, guys? I'm Ammon Carver. We're here in my studio in New York City. I'm excited to share with you guys just some tips that I use for some of your regular customers. I'm going to talk about our bread and butter in the salon, which is like getting your nice and retouch. This is bread and butter. This is Lauren.
Hi.
So we're doing a classic retouch, but I don't know if any of you guys have experienced like the annoyance of like Lauren likes to have her hair nice and clean and blonde through these ends, and sometimes when you're retouching, especially when you're in a hurry, if you're flipping the hair over section by section, you run the risk of these nice clean blonde ends like touching onto the root. So this little guy is called the No Touch Retouch. It's not super complicated, but it works really, really well. All you're gonna do is slide this in, this section you've already retouched on that side, and now I can work on the opposite side. I can touch up the section, and then I just lay the hair over the No Touch Retouch, so it keeps the hair elevated and off of that colored zone area so that your ends stay nice and clean. And this way I can work quickly and efficiently. Now, it works super great for lighter hair that you don't want to get darker, but also if you guys like do a lot of double process blondes like I do in the salon, this is really great for those customers that you want to make sure that those previously lightened ends don't touch the lightener again and again and again, because as you know, the more that gets lightened, the more compromised their hair can be. So what I'll do is now I'm going to go through and do a full retouch, but I won't bore with you guys with that right now. But then what I'll do is then I'll follow through, and just to make sure that these ends stay nice and bright and that our hair stays on trend, I'm going to take horizontal sections and I'm going to use these beautiful Lanza color glides. So these are like reusable foils, right? So not a lot of waste, reducing our carbon footprint. You can reuse these, but the great thing about these foils is that you can actually apply your lightener through the mid-lengths and ends. I'm waiting because I don't have the lightener here right now, but I'll show you guys in just a second. But then the cool thing is, as I've applied it, because it's see-through, I can flip this over and I can check my saturation. The worst thing in the world when you're doing these balayage or foliage looks is if the foil is enclosed and you don't know the saturation is working all the way, then you rinse the hair and you have like that spot, that spottiness. And it always tends to happen like right in the front, right where your customer can see, and you can't really hide it. So as soon as I get the lightener, here it comes. Give it up for Danielle, everybody, mixing it up for me. I like to use our Lanza powder decolorizer to get like that lift that I'm looking for, but keep the hair nice and conditioned. So I'll just give you guys a quick example of one. So, right, so taking through, applying the film, and then I'm gonna lightly paint the areas that I want to have lightened. Just gonna side brushing up through the top. And then I'm going to saturate as much as I need to. And you can do like those soft balayage kind of like blends up through the top. Take it as far down as you need to. I don't like to take too much of her ends because she's been blonde for a long time, so I like to keep the integrity of it as much as possible, just kind of softening it down through there. But then you can see I'll just sandwich another one on top of it. Now I get incubation, so the processing doesn't stop, because as we know, when the lightener dries out, then it slows down. So this is going to lift nice and quickly and efficiently. But then once I've applied all of them, I can flip through, and you guys can see right here, I can see anywhere where there's going to be like some dark spots. So I just flip it over, take the bottom half off, and then just make sure that my saturation is nice and clean all the way through, so I can avoid any of that spottiness. And it doesn't become into like a crinkled mess with like pulling foils and checking them. Great little tools like this and techniques like this keep what I was saying, like traditional or your bread and butter customers that just go from a standard like retouch to doing something a little bit unique, and then people around the salon are going, oh, what are those films, what's going on? So those kind of things that not only give you really good work that you can see what you're doing, but they're kind of a conversation starter for you and your guests. Cool, I'm gonna keep going here, you guys stay tuned, okay?